It was terrible. In the breakdown video, JP said that he thought he was a school teacher. I mean, we don't know if that's true or not, but if he is, just stick to that, bro.
Stick to
You're done
science, bud.
fighting. Stick to science. Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to another episode of Locked Door MMA. We're your hosts. I'm Brevin. This is my good buddy JP. And in this video, we are going to give you a full recap of this last weekend's UFC Fight Night Vegas 94 Lemos versus Jandiroba card. But before we do so, we have some amazing news for you guys. JP and I decided to do our channel's first ever giveaway. Yeah, you heard that right. We're doing a giveaway. We want to give back to you guys as our viewers. We are just under 50 subscribers right now. So this week, let's try to get past that 50 mark and hit that milestone. But for the giveaway, we dialed something juicy up for you. Drum roll, please. We are going to give away a Patty the Batty Hamlet rookie card. Yeah, a rookie card. Pretty sick prize. It's a dope looking card. It's been sitting on my desk for a little while now, and we are super stoked to give that away this week. However, that will be given away in next week's video, and we'll give you the full instructions on how to enter for that giveaway. But step one is to make sure to hit that subscribe button. You must be a subscriber to be eligible for the giveaway. So make sure you do that so you don't miss out on your chance to win that rookie card. Without further ado, I'm going to kick it over to JP to take us through the first fight of this last weekend's card.
Yeah, the road to 50 subscribers, ladies and gentlemen. It's what a journey it's been. But oh man. This whole card was just a roller coaster ride. And the first fight out the gate, dude. I was so unbelievably mad after watching this fight. Peterson versus Usman. We said it in the prediction video that it's kind of cheeks. I'm kicking myself for how stupid I was for picking Muhammad Usman. Oh my freaking God. His stand-up is pathetic. It is terrible. I don't think at any point in that fight he threw a 1-2 semi-straight, semi-clean, anything. Like, it was, what the hell? I don't even know, bro. I don't know. He didn't level change whatsoever. I don't know if he thought Peterson was a better wrestler or what. After the first 2 rounds, you're getting your ass beat on the feet, and you're just going to stand there on the feet and do the same thing, not change pace, not change levels. Not, I don't know. It's mind-blowing. His fight IQ is negative. He's an idiot. Peterson was fat and laid on him. Sure, Peterson's okay, I guess. I don't know. You beat Usman. Cool. It's terrible. What a horrible pick
I
for
think
me.
the moral of the story here is Usman is not good. Like, not to take anything away from Peterson, but going into this fight, I knew Usman couldn't strike. If you've watched any film of Usman, like, he has nothing to
It's
offer.
so bad.
Yeah, left jab, left jab, left jab. But what is that going to do? Sure, you score some strikes, but that's not enough damage to get a much bigger opponent in Thomas Peterson, like, out of there. You're not knocking anyone out. So I just didn't understand the game plan coming from him. And you mentioned the wrestling and the grappling. He was not better than Thomas Peterson. I knew that going into the fight. I mean, Thomas Peterson was a JUCO national champion out of Iowa City College, and I said that in the breakdown video. The dude can wrestle, and Usman was scared. He was scared. He would run
Yeah.
away anytime they would engage, but he had nothing on the feet to offer.
You could tell he was
I
scared,
just
bro. It was evident that he was.
Usman, he's a fraud, man. I mean, being the brother of Kamara is gotten him to this point, in my opinion. That's
He's got a
it.
big name.
He looks cool. Go be a bodybuilder, bro. You're not a good fighter.
It's pathetic, terrible. Put me in a horrible mood to start off the card. I was like, what the hell? Why did I pick him? Who knows? Maybe I was hungover when I was picking him. I don't know. Let's move on. Trash fight. Next one, Luana Carolina, Lucy Pudilova. How'd you feel?
Yeah, this one played out exactly how JP and I thought. Carolina, the better striker, was able to keep it on the feet, which was a plus for her. Pudilova started off the fight really slow, and guess what? There's a little bit of ring rust. We told you guys in the breakdown video that would happen. It did. Carolina looked good. She went out and just dominated on the feet and then stayed safe. I like to see that out of her as well. She was aggressive when she needed to be, but then she understood that she was ahead on the scorecards. Why enter and engage when there's really not the necessity to? She stayed really safe. She fought really smart. And I like fighters that have a high IQ. So props to Carolina, man.
100%, dude. You brought up the IQ thing again. We were talking about it on Saturday. How many of these fighters have no fight IQ whatsoever? Blows my fucking mind. It is unreal.
We'll get to it.
Oh,
This next
oh
fight.
my god, dude. Oh. But yeah, Carolina, striking looked good. Pudilov is terrible. I don't think Pudilov was good on the feet, good anywhere. She couldn't do anything. Couldn't get close to her. She struggled so bad trying to get close to her because Carolina's kicks. She can kick well.
The kicks were
Her
nice.
leg
Yep.
kicks, the way she chambers them for a head kick,
Rangy.
she threw a question mark I think at one point. Yeah, it was tough. It was tough, but a good fight.
Yeah, and she doesn't load up on those either.
Mm.
She just flicks them out there, and she's so
They
long.
come out so
I mean, we
fast.
talked about Yep, and we talked about the reach of the arms. She had the advantage there. So a jab, jab, left high kick, and Pudilova couldn't stop it. I mean, she was blocking some, but man, those wear on the
Mm.
arms. They tire the arms, and then it just sucks all the juice out of your own punches. So yeah, Carolina, great fight. We'll talk about this next one real quick. Trey Ogden defeated our boy Ovi Loic Radzhabov, not Olaf, Radzhabov cares? He doesn't even deserve to have his name pronounced correctly.
Trash above. Fucking trash
Trash above.
above. The dude has no KO losses. You have, or KO wins, meaning Ogden. No KO wins in his career. Radzhabov, you have like 13 or something.
Yep.
You know Ogden wants to take you down, bro. You're clearly the better striker. So you're going to get jittery and sprint at him, throwing absolute fucking bombs. Nothing technical, nothing managing distance whatsoever. You're the better striker and you couldn't manage distance at all. And you'd walk into takedowns. Terrible. Fight IQ, brain dead. And then at the end of the fight, he reverses it and then he just stacks him up and does his shots. Yeah, sure, it's big ground and pound. Brother, you have 30 seconds. Let him stand up and try and take his fucking head off because you're going to lose. It's unreal. I don't even want to talk about it. Terrible.
Yeah, this was where the fight IQ came into play. Radzhabov, clearly the better striker. Ogden has nothing to offer on the feet, and he just swung wildly into takedowns. And then when he was on the bottom, he lacked explosiveness. He exploded one time, he was able to get back up.
Yeah.
That was it. And then he just laid there and accepted those positions. It was borderline embarrassing for Radzhabov. He does have a wrestling background. He can wrestle. He looked gassed, honestly. Like he didn't have the energy to explode. It was not a good fight for Radzhabov. Props to Ogden. I mean, this is the first time he's ever won back-to-back fights in the UFC. The very first time in his career.
He's
It's
not good.
He's not good at all, but I do think that he came out with a good game plan and he stuck to it.
Yeah.
So take advantage of a guy that doesn't have a game plan with a good game plan, and there you go. That's your answer. We should have seen it coming. We didn't. That's okay. Moving on. Miranda Maverick versus Diane Barbosa.
At this point, I was 1-2, and Maverick was my lock. Told you on the TikTok, told you on the video. Thank God Maverick comes through. Dominant performance over Barbosa. Maverick looks strong. She looked good. Thank the Lords. 4-0 on the locks, baby. Looked good. I was happy with it. It brought me back to 2-2. I mean, I think exactly how we thought it was going to go. She's bigger. She's stronger. They can both do the same thing. They both have the same style, but Maverick's just better.
Yeah, she's very strong. Maverick's very strong. Watching the fight, I was actually kind of like interested by Barbosa's size for that division. She was like a tall fighter. I think she can find success in that division. It was just too big of a step going in against Maverick, who had that experience. Like she was eating some strikes. She went in for the takedown. And then she was able to control her on her back. Whereas Barbosa got too comfortable looking for the submissions, wasn't the right game plan. You got to scramble to get back up. Um, we called Maverick by decision. She got it done.
Yes, sir. It was gorgeous. 4-0 on the locks. Let's go, baby. Haven't lost a lock yet. Y'all ain't on the lock train. Get on the fucking train, dude. Um, oh god. Okay. Put in a great mood because the lock hit, and then this next fight. Again, I don't know what I was doing with the pick. Cody Gibson, Brian Kelleher. What are we doing?
Yeah, this one was ugly for Kelleher. Like we classified it, it was our poop bowl of the night. Wasn't too fond of either fighter. Gibson did look fairly good against Kelleher. The striking was there, and then the grappling, obviously, getting the arm triangle choke to get the victory in round one. That was the other thing was we thought this fight would go a little bit longer than it did. Kelleher had no answer on the ground, and it was borderline embarrassing. So we don't need to spend much time talking about it. Props to Cody Gibson. Bro probably ain't winning his next fight. Just poop bowl of the
Yeah,
night.
congratulations. You're now 2-5 in the UFC. I mean, ladies and gentlemen, give him a hand. Kelleher looked so fucking ungodly bad. I don't understand how you have that much experience in the UFC, fought that high level of competition, and you look that bad still. Couldn't strike. Granted, Cody was so much bigger. So, I mean, we said that going into it. But the arm
Yep.
triangle, you fell on your back. For some reason, your arm's way the fuck up here. Why? And then he sinks it in, and he immediately, you saw his hand go up. Like he's already ready to tap. Like that. It was that
Yep.
quick.
It was
No
fast.
answering the phone, no trying to buck his legs and shrimp underneath, nothing. Didn't try to fight it. He wanted to quit. I think Kelleher's done. It was pathetic. It was pathetic.
Yeah. No, he's definitely lost any dog inside of him that he once had. He was just ready to give up. Once he was in that position, he accepted it, tapped very
Yeah, he
quick.
quit.
Didn't even struggle at all from that position. So all right, enough of that crap. Next fight, actually a good fight here, and we called it. Could have been fight of the night. Hyder Emil versus Lee or Jung Lee Young.
Yeah, it's entertaining as shit. I mean, fucking, what was it, 30 punches in a row? They're just close your eyes and swing. I mean, they were going at it. Lee cracked him early. They both started swinging. Lee likes these looping hook shots with his chin up in the air, and he doesn't bring anything back home. So he's open for counter striking, and then Hyder hit him with a big one. What does Lee do? Does he back up and get technical and okay, let's read each other a little bit? Nope, he just keeps throwing. Foot on the gas, just uncork it. Button smash on UFC 4. Right hook, right hook, right hook, left hook, dips. I mean, anything. Got clipped, and that was it. Entertaining, but sucks because I thought he was gonna be. He did clip him early, but he just wasn't. Again, he's an idiot. I don't know what to say.
Well, it wasn't the right game plan, right? And we'll go back to this fight IQ that we mentioned earlier. Going up against a guy like Hyder Emil, the firepower is not something that you want to be messing with. Look to grapple, look to wrestle. Don't stand and trade with this dude. And we said that in the breakdown video. I mean, like I told you guys to hammer the KO. Go back and watch the video. I said hammer the KO, put all the money on the KO prop. And that's exactly what happened in round one. It was early. I mean, the Korean Tiger's now the Korean Kitty. The dude got starched. He ate a 30 punch combo. 30 damn punches to the face.
Didn't
Yeah, that'll get
move
any
your
guy out of
head
there.
the entire time.
Hey man, I think it's time we start putting some respect on Emil though. He did look good and he was accurate.
I'll put some respect on him. Give him some prune juice and a nap for that 40-year-old man. Sure, 40-year-old prospect. Anyways,
Undefeated.
undefeated. Moving up, Duho Choi, Bill Algeo. This one got me excited.
Yeah, this was definitely exciting in the early stages of round one. Algio looked to have the advantage. He was kind of having his way with Choi. It kind of had me a little bit worried, and I think Algio certainly took round one on the scorecards. But coming into round two, Choi kind of bit down on his mouthpiece and he was ready to throw, and he started landing some massive shots on Algio. And it was pretty apparent that Algio was not going to stand and fight through whatever was going on with him because he took one shot on the eye and he just crumpled over. I mean, it wasn't a shot that put him out, it wasn't a liver shot. It just hit him on the eye, and he just kind of started putting his hand up in the air and fell down to the ground and gave up. I mean, either Choi hits hard or Algio doesn't have a chin. I would kind of argue both are true. So yeah, underdog, pretty nice underdog there at plus 170, I believe he was. We called that on the show. Both of us agreed on it. Choi got it done for the
Troy
boys.
by knockout, baby. Korean Superboy. I thought the first round was actually pretty close. Algio was kind of having his way, but then he'd take him down, and then Troy would have like a good transition on the ground, good scrambles. He got out of a couple submissions. I think Algio's eye was cut, and then I don't know if a knuckle went in the cut or went in the eye, but he did. You saw it right away, and then he pointed at the ref or something, and that the ref jumped in right away. Crazy happy though. Hell yeah, Troy by knockout. That was huge. That felt great. That got my spirits back up. It's a good fight.
100%. This next fight was also very entertaining. And like, can we take a second, please? Everyone was mocking this card as being a shit show and not being entertaining. There was a lot of good fights, I thought, throughout the card. I was
Yeah,
entertained.
it wasn't as bad
I,
as I
I
thought it was
enjoyed
gonna be.
watching these guys. No, no, and this next fight was good as well. Bruno Silva and Cody Durden, training partners, like in the same gym. Even during fight camp, they were around each other in the group meetings, but then they would go and spar separately and train separately. So there was a lot on the line for the both of these men. We had Durden. What were your thoughts on this one?
Dude, it was heartbreak. All the other ones that we lost, or that I lost personally, seemed to be something to do with fight IQ and being a fucking moron. The Durden fight, the whole time, literally the entire time, up until like 3 seconds before the fight ended, maybe like 10 seconds, Durden was doing exactly what we said he was going to do. Pressure wrestle. He was actually winning the exchanges on the feet, and he was giving him
Yep.
pressure. Silva's eye was, I think it was his left eye. It was all pink. It was all bruised up already. Going great. And then Durden. I don't know if he dipped. He was trying to level change or what, but he got got caught with a beautiful uppercut. Soon as it hit him, I put my hands on my head and I was like, "Oh, sweet Jesus, no!" And then that was it. I think he lost it right there. That uppercut, I didn't think he knew where he was at. And then on the ground, Silva hit him with big shots. It sucks. He got caught, but that was Silva's one and only thing. You have to knock him out, and he landed that shot. But I'm not too upset with it. It was going exactly how we said it would.
Yeah, another underdog there in Durden that we both had made the call on as our pick to win, and he came out and looked sharp. The striking was there. Every exchange, whether it was in the clinch or takedown attempts, Durden was coming out on top, and he looked great until he got caught with the uppercut, and then he didn't know where he was, like JP had said. He was lost. He just took some big blows, and the ref had to come in and stop it. It was heartbreaking because Durden looked so in control of that fight. I was feeling on cloud nine until I wasn't. I fell off the cloud and plummeted back down to reality when Durden got popped. Silva's got some pop though in those hands.
Yeah, he's got good accuracy. It's a beautiful uppercut. Beautiful uppercut. Yeah, I was. Oh man, if Durden would have won, that would have made me very happy. But it was alright. It was what it was. Move it up. I hate this fight. So Durden got caught, and I was upset. And then this fight, I was like, dude, this night was just not meant to be. Kurt Hollabaugh, Kanan Kruchevsky. What'd you think?
All right, so JP and I, we don't like Hollabaugh. The guy's a bum. Chris We didn't have a ton on him, but his size alone, his kickboxing background, we thought could get the job done against Kurt, and he looked bad. He looked really, really bad. Kurt pressured him heavy, put him up against the fence, and wrestled him to the point that Krzyzewski thought he was a jiu-jitsu specialist and jumped guillotines like Dustin Poirier, and he would slip out of them, and then Kurt would just punish him on the ground. I mean, good job to Kurt with just he's got a second win in 7 UFC fights. Give me a break. Give me a break. Kurt Hollabaugh sucks, but so does Kanan Krzyzewski. Yeah, probably never gonna put money on that bum again.
Uh, you gotta be shitting me, bro. Stop jumping guillotines. Your corner is screaming at you, and yet you continue to do it. You've jumped 3, 4, and you're not putting this dude away. He put him in other chokes too, and Kurt got out. On the feet, I feel like Krzyzewski was better, but Krzyzewski's dumbass wants to continue to jump guillotines, continue to put him in chokes, and sit there and squeeze. At one point, he's squeezing the shit out of this guillotine, and Hollabaw's head is pretty much popping out. But he's just squeezing her head. You're just squeezing the noggin. You're gassing yourself out. You are an idiot. Your fight IQ is negative. You were clearly better. All you had to do was not jump a gilly and defend a takedown like a normal person. But you don't. And you literally give the other guy. Hollabaugh got bailed out. Hollabaw's not good. He got bailed out because Krzyzewski's a dumbass. That's it. All I got to say.
Yeah, Krzyzewski didn't even look in shape. He looked tired, winded, and I think that's why he kept jumping guillotine. It was a bailout, to not have to stand up and throw punches, and then it ultimately cost him the fight. It's just embarrassing. I mean, we saw. I mean, good thing Krzyzewski didn't fight in Colorado last
Ugh,
weekend. I
he
mean,
wouldn't have
golly,
lasted
we're in
45
Vegas.
seconds, bro.
And the dude can't even breathe. Give me a break. Good job to Kurt. Who cares? He's gonna lose the next one. Keep an eye out for Hollabaugh on the next fight. If the guy's somewhat normal in La Cabeza and is in decent shape, he's gonna beat Kurt Hollabaugh. Mark my words, Jesus. All right, let's move on to the next fight. Steve Garcia, my boy, my lock of the night. The dude that I told y'all had the left hand from God, other than Alex Pereira. I say that for him too, but they're very similar. Oh my God, it was beautiful to watch. Defeated our other Korean opponent, Choi Sung Woo, in round one. What were your thoughts on this fight?
Oh, yes, dude. I was going crazy. This knockout is what's as bad as the night went with our picks and everything. This knockout and the win of this fight, the lock parlay hit, the KO prop from Garcia hit, it brought me back to literally straight even money on the night for betting. Whatever we bet, we just won all of that back, straight even money. So I can't complain too much with how bad of a night it was. I was going crazy. I stood up for this fight. He was cracking him early. Oh man, I loved it. It was great. 3-1 on the locks now for you. Back in the win column. 4-0. I mean, we can't miss on a lock, bro. It was a good fight, dude. Good fight.
I told you guys that I was back and I was locked in for my lock of the night. And this one was great odds. He was only like a minus 130 favorite, guys, but I told you this was going to be light work for him. Granted, he's prone to leg kicks. All right, so keep an eye out for that. You saw it early. He got caught with a couple leg kicks and he was like dropping to the mat. I was like, oh dear, what's going on here?
Mm.
But then he stood back up and unleashed hell. I loved in the post fight interview. He was like, hey, what was the game plan? He was like, yeah, I had a game plan going into the fight, but I talked to my dad before the fight. He said, be violent. And that's what I
Yeah,
was. Start throwing
that's pretty
bombs.
good.
I love that. I did enjoy that. And now he's got the longest active KO streak in the UFC, no matter the weight division. That's impressive, guys. This kid is on the up and up. And the dude has some serious power to keep an eye out for. And I mentioned in the breakdown video a fight between him and Sean Woodson that had previously be canceled. Let's make that happen. That would be
I'd love
guaranteed
to see that.
in my book to be fight of the night. That would be I would be on the edge of my seat. I'm high on both guys.
Absolutely. It was good, bro. I was Oh God, I was screaming so loud after that, bro. I stood up, eat him up. I was screaming. It was great, dude. That's what I needed. Was that one? And then the main event, we both picked different ways. What were you thinking during the fight?
In the early grappling exchanges, I was fairly pleased with Lemos's ability to reverse position, especially when she was on the fence and she flipped Jandiroba completely over. She had top position for a second, but then Jandiroba was able to like take the back, and then she survived round one. So I'm like, all right, cool. You survived the grappling. I mean, many people probably thought Jandiroba would be able to get her out of there early. Lemos looked at least competent on the ground, so that was a good sign. Round two, um, didn't really go the same way. Thought Lemos would be able to land some strikes that never really came to fruition. Jandiroba was in control, and then once she took that back, I was like, yeah, this is not looking good. She took the back early. They were still fairly dry at that point. Only one round had passed. And then she just switched to that beautiful arm bar from the back. And then that was it. Night, night. I thought Lemos's arm was going to pop off her shoulder or at least come out of socket. My God. She must be double jointed because that thing was twisted up pretty bad. Or extended out pretty bad, should I say. And then she got the tap. Props to Jandaroba.
Absolutely, bro. I was crazy happy with how this ended. First round, like you said, Lemos, the scrambles were good, but just Jandaroba's level of grappling, her transitions, the scramblings, it's so impressive to watch, bro. Lemos would transition her and put her in a bad position, and Jandaroba was calm, fine, and she would just work her way through it and then switch right back onto her. She never really hit her with a big shot. We are in the small cage. Jandiroba is one of the smart fighters who knows how to pressure you and then get you on the ground without being an idiot on the feet and letting you clip them. Happy, bro. Jandiroba sub
Yeah,
prop hit. Let's go, dude.
no, it did hit for you, and that was a great call there. JP had mentioned in the breakdown video, Jandaroba's fight IQ was high. She would know when to shoot and how to enter the pocket. She really didn't eat much damage at all from Lemos, which was surprising to me. I would kind of be interested to see a rematch of that fight in the big cage. I think the Apex definitely played a huge part of Jandaroba's ability to just close distance and then get Lemos up against the fence and then ultimately into those grappling exchanges. So should have seen that one coming. Should have hopped on JP's side with Jandaroba there, but that's all right.
Yeah, man, I was happy how it ended. At least the last two fights with the KO prop hitting, the lock hitting, and then Jandaroba winning. So that was good, man. Overall in the night. So first card we ever did, I went 6-5. This tonight, I also went 6-5. So if that's the worst it's gonna be, I'm fine with it. Obviously, a lot of
Yep.
fights didn't go the way we wanted, but we hit a couple props. The two locks hit too. So jump on that lock
Locks
train.
and the props. We had a couple fights that we actually like predicted to a T. If you go back and watch the breakdown video, the Steve Garcia fight, the Miranda Maverick fight, a lot of those really played out exactly what we called for. Sounded like Tony Romo on a Sunday. Um, so that was really cool to see. The other thing too to keep in mind is we made a lot of dog calls and a lot of these fights were pick'ems. So to see our records come out at 6-5 and 5-6 is not surprising. That's technically what the odds would have told you would happen when predicting this card. I think the grapplers definitely had the advantage, you know, on Saturday night, and that came to fruition as well. And should have seen it coming, especially with Trey Ogden, Alaba. That's all right though. You live and you learn.
Yeah, I mean the and that's what I was telling Brevin when I was mad. I was hot, man. I was fucking heated, dude, at Usman, how buns he is. And I was like, you know what? We just got to take this card to learn and realize that some of these fighters they're good, but the fight IQ when you're in the UFC, everybody's good. So it's fight IQ what separates you, man. But yeah, we put our picks into Tapology and we got four of them to a T. The submission and the KO prop in the round too. We got the round correct on those picks, and then the Maverick and Carolina fight. So jump on the train, brother.
Let's do it. Hey, real quick before we go, if you've watched this far, make sure to go hit that subscribe button. We got a cool giveaway coming up in the next video, so make sure you also hit that bell so you get notified when that video is out to learn how you can enter into the giveaway. We appreciate you guys as viewers. We are going to continue to bring you this great content every single week. Don't be afraid to leave a comment. Let us know if you like JP's hair today or
I don't.
not. Whatever you whatever you want to comment, guys. Go ahead and feel free to leave a comment. We love interacting with all of you. Um, but yeah, another good fight in the books, or another good card in the book, should I say. I'm excited for UFC 304. Can't wait to bring you that video
It's a
as
great
well.
card. It's a great card. Get ready for it. Hey, overall not bad. 6-5, 5-6, but the locks hit, okay, and the props hit, and that's all that matters. Okay, the locks hit. We are on Lockdoor MMA. They call us that for a reason, you know. Your mama's favorite YouTuber. But as always, ladies and gentlemen, it's been a pleasure. Bingo, bango, baby. Peace.